My name is Jessica Holyfield, and I'm a professional dance choreographer and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States, and we are here with the BOYZ newest track entitled Trigger. I'm excited for this. So what I've been starting to do is for Patreon, all of these that I do with a music video dance practices of upcoming comebacks, I take a look at separately, and then I'm going to combine them all and then re-release them and put them on YouTube in that way. So I'm very excited to kind of tackle this and get this out nice and early for Patreon for you guys. I cannot wait to dive into this. It's going to be good. Let's go!
Prometheus stole fire from the gods and gave it to mankind, but they burned everything to ashes.
Burn everything to
And
ashes.
so that became our trigger.
Yo, this is dope. If I'm being honest, this song is what I wish Jopping by Super M sounded like. It feels similar, right? This is what, oh! Woo! Yeah, who needs clothing, right? We'll just use bandages, it's fine. Wow. There's a lot of overlap to what I was seeing from Gravity's No Limit Challenge. This is what I wanted it to feel like and vibe in a live performance context, right? Lord. Oh my God. I wanted to say though, like, aren't they looking for a new company right now? Right? Oh my God. Oh, that was so good. I mean, just to kind of recap for you guys, for me, two things. Firstly, yes, I'm aware that when it comes to No Limits or when it comes to like the Mnet competition survival shows, you can only do so much on a live performance. Do you know what I mean? But Gravity's set, when they did Overdose, right, with EXO, they had a lot of overlap with the kind of wires in the ceiling, the black paint effect, right, with that little Venom vibe, right, as well as the black and white clothing too. And so I think for me, if it had a more cohesion and a little bit more budget used, I think we could have brought it to a great place for their challenge. And this to me is like, this is this felt like a spare no expense, and I think it was rightfully done. Like, there was a lot of that kind of imagery that I saw similarly. No, I'm not comparing the two in the sense of one did better than the other. Remember, both groups are great. It's the companies behind them that we have to talk about. But also here, I don't know what's going to happen with the BOYZ. You know, like, we know that they have vocalized they are looking at going to another company as a group. So that's been a thing. You guys let me know if you are a fan. I want to know all the details, so please let me know. Second thing is, like I said, this kind of triumphant build reminds me so much of what I wanted from Jopping, from Super M. There were certain parts of the track that just felt so, right? And this was giving similar genre overlaps on the build, on the boom, boom, boom sound, but also the type of just in general synthy vibe that we were hearing too. It's just, I can mess with this. This makes me oh so hopeful that there's a performance version and a dance practice and just the whole shebang. I am so excited to dive into the movement quality of it. And like I said, all of it's going to be combined together for YouTube, and I'm going to repost it on a Patreon that way too, just so it's all nice and in one place. But Lord have mercy, I had so much fun watching this. This was fantastic. Wow, we're here. We got the dance practice pulled up. Cannot wait to dive into this. And it does look like a fixed cam, which is music to my ears. Let's go. This song is on my Spotify playlist, by the way. Wow. Yes. Nice backslide. Very nice. Oh, this part. Yeah. I'm excited. This looks just as good as the fixed cam, which is impressive because that keyframe was really nice. Wow. Yes. Yeah. The tension. Filthy. Oh my god. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. Let's talk about it. Got my coffee. ready to go. So you hear that boom sound, and what they ended up doing is doing a really nice just body roll and traveling it up from the base, right there where their weight is close to the legs, traveling it up all the way to the top. I love how they kind of look a little distant, a little bit, you know, not quite like 100% there. It's like we're not locked in yet, right? And I really like that. Then they move over with the head, rotating it to the front. Come on now. And then we have a subtle throw right there with the arm. They drop low. First feature coming from the back. You hear the rush. Boom. Having it mirrored with half groups, half and half, going run, run. Love it. It's like we're rushing, you know, whenever you see the dash, they're in that running position, right? So that looks really cool there. Then we dig through. I like the dig on that, letting the chest push more forward on that. It does look a bit isolated, which I am just going to assume it is a choreographic preference for that. Totally fine. I like how they ended up using that move with that push of energy to help with the direction change to get us more towards the inside. Then we go press it out. I like that we do a single on the arm and then we push it up. Very syncopated out the gate. I love it. We have 4 members just go off to the side. Shout out to the Chrome Hearts fits right there. Let's go. Every time I'm just... God, I love a good Chrome Hearts hoodie, specifically that one. But your girl's got a water bottle budget anyway. But I like the press down and then the little lift up is really nice. So there's a lot of contrast in the bend and the weightiness and then the lifting of it. It's really nice and actually tailors quite well. We have some of our members not even using. I don't even think he was using his arms at that moment, which is totally fine. I like how he goes up, da 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 da. So I like the sustain on both sides of that. And you hear that do 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 to hit the little ball change. The head rotation is nice. It helps tie into what we saw in the very beginning. Then we have our next feature right here. I'm gonna be honest, I think Q sticks out in a great way for this. I would say Juyeon as well. The movement quality is freaking superb, but I would say Q has a lot of featured moments here. His just really stick out. Could be very simply because of his flannel. Who knows though? I like the little kick, just a little kick up of the leg, hitting it down, causing the rock. It does look a bit isolated, totally fine though. And then I like the just a little partner moment with one of them swooping down and then having Q come up. Oh, that's Juyeon there, and it goes up. They hit every freaking. And I saw it in the music video, and I'm so glad that they actually did it here. Oh, it's so good. It wasn't just a facade in the MV. Thank you for that, everyone making their own itemized post. That is a really, really tricky ripple to get on the... Because it's so hard to count. It's not really countable. It's just... That's God, it's so clean. Okay. Very readable, and they all break away. He moves to his next spot. They get low. So he brings it over. I like a lot of his, it feels like he has a sense of more of a freestyle momentum about what he's doing. That goes to the inside, has his moment. It's pressing his weight more towards on that right side. He pulls the energy on that. We have a moment, and I like the subtlety and the little bleed ups of those arms is nice, and the weight shifts on those hips, rotating them to and fro, which is really nice, and I like the cleanliness of that too. They roll it up on the just into a little crouching position, having the arm threading through on their left side, rotating that finger. I really like that choice, and I like the opposition of our mirrors. And it's a really nice way to kind of create 2 features in that moment or have them switch off, which I believe is the case. Now, if we go back, we can see the little out in, and we rotate over. Come on now. And we go out, little switch. Come on now. And we bring it right back in, and we slowly come back up. He says, come on now. And then this right here, that is a backslide. So some people may be like, Jess, that's a moonwalk. So way back, whenever MJ did technically call that the wrong name, so that is why it has been called that for so long. But it has been cited multiple times within the scene that is considered a backslide. So you can go be curious. That is what that is. Let's actually look at how this is done. What really helped on that is they actually went from a backslide to just a rotating glide, which I really like. I would say we can always refine the connection between our weight shifts and when we choose to force arch. So that's kind of what we would give to Kevin here. Kevin's in his freedom era. We love it. It's killer. And then from there they go from a backslide to a rotating glide into a thread into a bridge recover. That's a really, really fun sequence because you normally don't see a phrase like that. Normally you see each of those moves as their own focal point, but the whole phrase is what made it a focal point, which is really cool. Then, oh, bless it, Kevin, that is the basis of a chicken chicken wing basket run, my boy. Goodness gracious. At least do a different hand. You were my feature too, so I was looking right at him. So that's why I'm going to clock just him on that. I don't think anybody else really gave that obvious chicken wing vibe, but whatever. This stuff right here is disgusting. It goes, ugh, with the chest, body roll it to hinge it. Come on now. So we go brush, brush with the shoulders. I may, like low-key, I really want to learn this. I may go from the pre-chorus. The pre-chorus is so sick. And then they go a little dig dig. So the first one goes shoulder, shoulder, arm goes forward, and we end up lowering and hinging more and more to the right side. And we're kind of revving up that engine right there on the arm. And the second one is just the head, and it's like a petty head. Oh, it's so good. And then they go swing, swing like a little pepper seed. Then they do a with a little accent on the shoulder to rebound. God, this is so good. Then they reset over. Look at the head. So I'm like low-key learning it right now. And they go subtle, subtle, all freaking day on this. God, it's so fun. So how they're doing that is they're folding in, so the wrists are kind of the focal point, and they're taking the chest, inflating it, and then deflating it, creating an opening and a pocket in the chest to make it feel more full, and they're rocking their weight back while they're hinging those hips forward on those choices. So that looks really nice. You have your feature in the center, but my God, I love that choreo. And it goes whip, lash, so they goes down, and then they go and they accent with the elbows up. Now, when they say wick, wick, in my head, I think John Wick. I don't know why I didn't think of that during the original MV viewing, but every time I'm listening to the song, I just think Wick, John Wick, pull the trigger, you know, that kind of like warfare-based, like beating people up vibe. It's cool. And I like the rotation all the way around. We hit nice with the oh my gosh, with the wrist, and I love the subtlety with the ISO, with the chest. We rotate and then we swing. I love me a good shoulder on that, and we throw it out and we walk to the next spot, and then we have our nice little moment, and then we have our V with our two lines on the outside, or two diagonals, and then it goes hit, hit. So it goes accent. They have to use the back to rebound this as accurately as the range is showing. So range is how they're getting to the A and B of a movement. So it's this part, not this and this. So how they're hitting it with the same degree of tension, they all have to use their energy from the same place. The back's the safest place to do that with, so that looks great. But we're here. So the tension on this, where they take the body, nice energy, pulling right here with the chest and pulling to the other side. So they end up doing it 3 times. Boom, da 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 da. Then bass, bass. Boom, boom with the bass. And then we end up clapping it right here as we lift that leg. And then we pull with, gosh, this is just like replicating it in the freaking chair. Feels so good on my body. I really, really am looking forward. I'm probably gonna have to learn this. I'm just gonna have to, and I'm kind of in like a low-key fit on it. I don't know if I'll still wear this in this. I don't know. Oh, this looks so fun. But anyway, I like the usage of this the shoulder to create that tension. How he's bringing it in, gosh, it's just so good. Where they step through. I love the weightiness of it, the rotation of the shoulder, and then extra heaviness with that head is also really nice. And they pull in, boom, with the chest, so full. I love it. And they bring it in with a little swing hinge to create opposition with the arms, rotating the arms, boom, petty rock. Come on. And then we go hit, hit, da-da-da. So just the phrasing is really, really well done in the terms of like the weightiness to the swings, the hinges, and the ISOs are really well like the grammar of it is really well structured. It's great sentences and movement. So the other side's also really nice. So there's familiarity between the two sections of the phrase, but they are structured differently, which is really nice. You have the ha-da-na-da-na-na, ba-da-na-da-na-da, hey. I like the rotation with the speed change tension, and then they speed it up at the end to create that accent there. And then we go right here, boom, boom, make it, wake it, wick, that wick, boom, oh, come on. And then he rotates through. This right here is freaking filthy. Oh, I need a little drink. Oh, this is so fun. Rotating over, accenting to the other side. So I like how he's fixed pointing. They fixed point the arm to rotate. Boom, da, hit it, da, da. So it's syncopated. Yeah, hit. So a lot of this here, I feel like if you've learned, back in Maverick. If you've learned Maverick, this kind of range should feel somewhat familiar to you. I did hear Bada was on this in some way. I do not know in what part. This could be a Bada section. If it is, bless her soul and give her a cookie. This is freaking awesome. Anyway, and look at his shoulder range. Good God, dude. Anyway, so I love that section. Yeah, hit, out, up. Oh, so it goes single, bent, out, and then both go up. So I like the phrase of it, and then they reset with the back to cater their weight to the front, but nice and stoic and stiff. take it shot. So they had to have it nice and still in order for this rotation with the wrist to work and actually be seen. So I like the little, it feels like we're changing gears in our car, which I think is super cool. And then we're ending a lot of this pepper seed based kind of influenced movement. I love the tension of the shoulder. It's so fun. And it goes, wait, oh, so fun with the opposition of the shoulder with the hand placed right there. Guys, this is probably one of the best choreos that's been placed on their bodies. Oh my god. And I like the wick. It's just a figure 8 little snaking progression from the back to the front. And the tension on that tail end is really nice. Having your feature in the back, modify it or have some subtlety to it. Keeping its level is really nice. But all this, the little dig, a little bedrock, reset is super fun. The accent, boom, pot to be ready to finish it out. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe I just love it because it just feels, it's so my bread and butter of style that I love the digestibility of it. I love how it's phrased. I love the fullness of the track, and I like the track. Like, to me, this is just a match made in heaven. Oh, that's, I mean, I really enjoyed this. It's up there. It's, oh man, it's so... It's just really, really cool. I am so excited to learn this. Anyway, rotating it over to the side. The look is nice. That trigger, and he has the trigger, and he's triggering the shoulder to have an effect, and everyone's nice and low. Then you have your feature in the back. You have that wick. Look, there's Q again, right? So we present forward, and I like the boom with the pulse. He drops a little bit low, that's Sunwoo, right? And then we have, I think that's Eric. And then we have this nice little rock, but it's very rigid, right? So it's not a full rock like what we're used to seeing. It's rebounded. Really fun. I love that they present. I love the subtlety before they all walk away. Then we have, those two have their moment. Nice little clock. They accent on their shoulders. A little crisscross, bring the outside leg in, brush, have their own little fun moment. You have center coming back in. He takes and pulls to kind of promote those two to mirror transition back. When I say mirror, that means if I put a mirror right here, whatever happens over here happens over here, and transitions work just as well as content. I love me a good mirror transition because sometimes that gets neglected, and so I really love celebrating and talking about it when we see it, and that's a really great example of a good mirror transition because it helps justify the pull that we saw from our feature. Really cool. I like the subtlety with all three of them because they were just our features, and then having our new feature come in and recognizing the previous ones makes it feel communal, and then they turn it into an add-on, which I am here for, so everyone is looking away except for your features. And I like the little pas de bourrée on that with the lean towards that pas de bourrée. Then they bring it in, they go up, now you have your feature. He's presenting it more center, everybody else is presenting it more towards the corner. I love that build into a V, and now it's turned into more of a diamond, I would feel, based on where everybody else is placed. I like the rotation around. I like the opposition of that upper body with those arms. And then from there, I think we end up, what do we do? Oh, we just do T. So we go twist of the foot, twist, and then we separate, which is really cool. And then we take our arms, mirror them, and then we rotate our inside arm to create a nice accent to get us transition out. New features, we have windows, come on now. So we have them all branched to the respective outsides. Features on the inside, I like the choice, taking it to the head. I love these pants, the wide leg. I'm just in my wide leg era. I love them. I mean, I'm good for a good taper, but I really like the wide leg pants. Shout out to those. The subtlety, going from one side to the other. Come on now. We go to the inside, we throw that arm, and everyone's head goes nice and subtle. Then they pull, he does another residual, just little accent with his hand, and it made it look like he was controlling them again. I love conversational elements like that. I saw it a lot during my time with the boys, but also I saw it with 17, my very first marathon I ever did. Yes, I know the boys in 17 do get compared a lot, but it's not, I'm not really saying it as a comparison. I'm saying it as a sense of admiration and my saturation of what I appreciate about it. In that's one element that I do appreciate with a large group of men that do conversational features that showcase trigger points, accents, and communal influence is really what I like to just mention, you know. And so everyone gets to be celebrated, just like if I'm looking at 17, I talk about the boys quite often in there too, all in complimentary ways. Look at that, mirrored transition. And then it starts the petty one, yeah, body roll, heel toe, and then we go pull, so, and then we go, one, so that's like it's like petty, but notice it's a subtle fixed point, so I establish where I want it to go, and then my body locks in there, and then I take it, and then I lock it in. So it's a subtle head ISO, where normally you would see people go here, you normally don't see people knock at the top, because that is harder to clean. God, so good, and the line is so nice, and you do Peppa Seed, and then we accent, Reset. One, nah, boom. Down, up, whiplash, down. Then I like how we're now in an X, which is cool. They go hit, hit, and then you have your feature in the center. He takes his arms. He does just a subtle wrist rotation. And I like that everybody does a little pas de bourrée, and they dig out of it. Nah, whiplash, and we turn. And then we had those two kind of hang out there, and we have one of our members that's continuing to just promote vocally. And then they do the full, I mean, this is the second time we've seen this formation. Nothing crazy there. I like that we're seeing the formation here. We get to see everybody clearly. So 1 and 2 and 3. It goes out. I like the little clap on it. Subtlety on this. And then you have Juyeon here on center versus Q. We still have Q right there. I love how both of them do it. Juyeon is growing on me in movement quality. Yes, I know he was known as a main dancer, but some of his movements or grooves or choices in ISOs were not... didn't settle as well with me as I know with most people, but I really, really love, ever since Watch It, I think is when his movement qualities started to become more and more refined to where it was very pleasing and very much looking forward to seeing what he chooses to do. And I think his Artist of the Month was really commendable as well. So I really commend him for the conversational elements that he's maintained, but he's creating more fullness and saturation in the grooves and in the ISOs, and just the textures are really, really nice on tracks like this. He does very well on these types of tracks. Come on. And the subtlety, boom, da da da, the rotation up, and then we hit it back here. We're in a really nice V, hinge, and we bring it out and then bring it back up. Sunwoo is holding it down very well, and then I like the twinkling, and it's nice kind of kindling of a fire, right? And it goes in, up, and then we pull. I like the tension of everybody growing from the inside, and then you have your center, and he pulls it to the middle, he grabs it, he throws it away, and then we all go. We have a 3-3, and then we go, we take our energy, we are traveling from the front leg, we're pressing up probably onto the ball of the foot, rotating that knee, probably their front one, moving it to the other knee, but still facing front. And then by going on the other knee, they're able to press the weight on that side, because by transferring the wave, you transfer the energy and the weight of where your wave started, and then you finish with a nice accent with the arm. They did take a trace down to go in the like freaking butter. Come on now, come on. And then we end up doing a little pivot, and we end up taking our shoulder, accenting to the outside. Then we take it boom and boom and ha. And I love my feature in the center, Kevin. Come on, sir. And then we step and we reset out, and we ball change and out. So I like how I love that section. It's so simple but so satisfactory. Yep, out, and then we go in, slide, and then we go ball change, out, ball change, out, melt. So they just marry those two together, where you have the slide and accent, slide, accent, ball change, step out, ball change, step out, and you create a legato, shifting your weight. Notice the weight has to move in order for that wave to kind of ripple up through the body. Ugh, filthy. And then I like that Kevin joins in there. New feature pops off. And they all walk to their next spot. He has this moment. Woo! And they hit it. Woo! Boom! With the accent. Rebound. Come on. Final. And they hit it. That don't scream no West Coast community competition scene, I don't know what does. That is the most competition crew choreo thing I have seen today. That's so fun. Rotation, present it over. So I like the cleanliness, and then they take the leg. Look at the range, really, really nice. Ball change, and then they take this arm, click, click, click. They're using it to move the head over, so they have to fix point this arm in order to make that work. Come on. And then nice, huge body roll. Do you think range could have improved there? But going around to hit punctuation, accents was like a comma. And then we push through that chest. And then now we're in a circle. Well, no, what formation are we in? Very interesting. So we scoot it back. I like the chug back, little ball change. Q just decided to go wee over to the side. So it's a double. I think it's 2 circles. So I like that we're hinging our weight with the throws on that are nice. That catch that into a little overhead, presenting the pull, and then we throw. I like my center throwing that da-da-da-da, which is cool. And then we're ending up doing a ponies, but there's tension, hit, and bump, bump. I'm syncopating. It's polyrhythmic, so we're hitting the bass with our lower body, da-da-da-da-da, all with our upper body. I love it. Throw is also really nice to see. We turn is also nice. And then the tension, boom, nice vibration to create more energy there, which really ties and creates it to a nice climactic place. And they throw it, but it's also very like communal, unified, which I really like. Ties in the music video very well too. Now you have your V, up, so they all pulled I think they use their outside shoulder to get them reset to the inside. Then we trace up to the tip of the chest. Then we're all connected. I love whenever groups that are known for synchronicity choose to do connection-based V's like this, because those most likely do not need as much work as other groups who aren't known for it do, because they know where their spacing naturally is for their number that they have. And because they're known for synchronicity, they've known how to train it. So much so that whenever they're like, okay, I'm off the shoulder, they know exactly where and how far they need to be. So that kind of stuff naturally is pretty clean. They're just told to get in a V. They said, okay, how and how long do I have? I love it. Look at the freaking spacing. Gosh, it's disgusting how good that is. Now we have the same thing that we saw a little bit earlier in that first da-da-da, and then we dig the arms in, up, and then I like having another little grouping go through. I think they ended up transitioning and every other, didn't they? Yeah, so we had every other completely hop, and I like having those others just stay down, and I like the press up on that. And then we have go back to unison, really fun transition. Take a shot, pull it back, ugh, and then we dig it in, and then we go wick, wick. So it's like we're cocking a gun. God, so cool. And then we go wick. That one fell more to the side than to the back front. And we go down, up, and then we take it shoulder, shoulder. We take it pas de bourrée, pull, pull, push, push, down, which is nice. Now, with the rotation. And we go trigger, and it's like they literally have their hand on a trigger. They press it up on that shoulder, and then they finish. Guys, this was filthy. Oh, I love looking at choreography. That's just good. This is good. I need a second. That was fantastic. I'm so glad we got to watch that together. Goodness gracious.
Have to rush, like our own Christ, make it right, right. 지금 난 ready to go.